Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about Scoop for Windows. It's a command line installer. It's awesome. You can install JDKs, Gradle, Maven, a lot of weird tools where you usually have to go hunt for them and download something and then run through an annoying installation process. You have to double click on an exe file and you have to answer a lot of weird questions and all that. With this Scoop tool right here, then it's just seamlessly, and you don't have to answer anything. It will just be installed with the best, with the most common settings. And the way to install Scoop is quite easy. You run these two commands out in PowerShell. I've already done that, but I will just show anyway. So you run something like first you set the execution policy, so you can run it without any problems, and then you run invoke rest method, and then you call get scoop.sh. It's located at scoop.sh. So if you have Windows, I would definitely recommend that you get this tool right here, because it's just so useful. You can also install Node version manager. You can install a lot of weird things. So if you want to install NVM, then you just search for NVM. And there's something called buckets. That's why you see that NVM is in main right now. That means that the main is the name of the bucket, and you can install stuff from the main bucket. That is the official software, and then you can also install something from the extra bucket or another bucket or other buckets like that. There's actually a games bucket also. Of course, you should be a bit careful when you install random stuff without investigating whether it's okay or not. I would say from main, I don't have that many issues about installing from main, but you need to always think about what you're actually doing right here. So let us say that I want to install NVM. Then I would run these two commands that we have right here. That means scoop at main, and I already have that bucket. I already have the scoop bucket at main. I've already run that. So then I would just run scoop install main NVM, but let us just run both of them just for fun. So now I get NVM on my computer. It will all be installed in a special folder. It will be installed in a special Scoop folder. So now I'm getting this NVM installed. So now I can say NVM, that's V for versions. Now I have NVM version 1.2.2. And then I can install, of course, now I can install new versions of Node if I want to do that. There are some cool tools that I think that you should check out. One of them is Notepad --. This one right here. It should be the next one, and should be replaced. It's supposed to replace Notepad++. If you haven't tried Notepad++, then try Node. Then you can also get that, of course. Let me just check if it's here actually. I did not check that. Oh, it's actually here. And if you want to install Gradle, then just search for Gradle. Here we have Gradle, and again here I would just install Gradle. Usually I use IntelliJ to handle my Maven and Gradle installations, but if I just for fun, I could have a version right here. So now I'm installing the latest version of Gradle. I just call scoop install, and of course if I want to uninstall something, then I would just write uninstall. Actually, I've actually not tried that, so maybe I should just try that. So right now it's in extracting the Gradle package right here. If you want to install Java, again I use IntelliJ to handle all of my JDKs, but here I have JDK, and then if I want 25, then I just write JDK 25, and then I can see we have all of the flavors of Java right here. We have the Corretto, the Timorin, Solo, etc., etc., etc. So if you're used to Linux and SDKman, then this kind of could replace SDKman. When it has it also has Maven right here. You can also install Maven. And it has, let's search for Python. So here we have Python also. Let's see what it says right here when it's done. And if you need to see that it's inside Scoop apps like this. So start menu, programs, Scoop apps. And again, I can right click on it once again. Then I can say properties like this. And here I can then see the exact location of my of the files. That's just if you're interested in where it is actually installing these files. Okay. And I would recommend you to install Notepad and also there's something called One Commander for Windows, which is much better than the default editor inside Windows. I will probably make another video about the One Commander, but it's quite cool. It's just much easier to install all of these tools and programming SDKs that you need. It's just very convenient, and it has you can also go explore and look for look for file handlers. Also FileZilla is also there. FileZilla, if you needs to have a good SFTP client, then you just write scoop install extra and then FileZilla. I've already installed I've already added the extra bucket. That's why I found in a Notepad --. So let's just go out here. It's still extracting. That's incredible. It's probably because I stopped it. It's because I marked something. I should not have done that. I selected something in the terminal, so I actually blocked the output. Okay, so let us now, and also the execution actually. So let's just go copy again FileZilla, and then we paste it. Scoop install FileZilla. So now I'm also getting FileZilla. If I want to uninstall something, for instance Gradle, so then let's just write scoop uninstall Gradle. See what happens now. It just uninstalls. So I was actually correct. If you're in any doubt, then there's also a help menu. Let's just install it again. Actually, I would like to have that. So that's actually, if you haven't tried Scoop, definitely try it out. It just makes it's much more convenient to use Windows. That's actually one of the biggest things that I had against Windows when I used Ubuntu for a lot. That was actually that it's really annoying to install stuff in Windows, and you have to go through all of these wizards to install stuff. And with Scoop, then you don't have to do that anymore. You just use PowerShell and then Scoop install whatever you need. And the reason why I use Windows and not Ubuntu is that all of the drivers that work with Windows, and if you want to do some gaming, then of course Windows is also better. And you can always, I can do all the things I want with Windows. I can just start up a WSL, then I have my Linux instance in there. And then I can do training of LLMs. I would do that in my WSL Windows subsystem for Linux. And so I just think that Windows is the best operating system it's an all-round, all-purpose operating system that can do all the things that I need to do. And the software it just works, and it's the drivers that never give me any trouble. With Ubuntu, sometimes I had some driver issues that I had to solve, and I had to spend my time on looking up. And I still have my shell. I have Git-based, so that means that if I want to run something, if I miss my direct terminal where I just sit and write stuff, then I can just open up Git-based and have it all there. Or I can go to WSL, of course, and then I would have my C shell, which I really like there. So it's just like with Windows. I get all of it in one package, so to say. And I don't like. I'm not that much fond of all of the Apple products and iOS because it's just too expensive. It's I think the pricing the last couple of years, or actually not just the last couple of years, but it's just too expensive. So and I actually also prefer this UI. Or if I should have something else, then it should actually be Ubuntu. So that's only. Or Mint, Linux Mint, one of the Linux flavors. Yes, or there's also something called there's the mouse Linux flavor also. That's also quite good. But that's another story. So yes, use Scoop for Windows if you haven't tried it yet. It's really cool. It will make your life easier whenever you need something. Then just write Scoop install, and then you get whatever you need. This also counts for, let's say that you have if you want to do PHP, let's just search for PHP. there's the PSP, and say that you want if you want something like Symfony or Laravel Symfony, the Symfony client, for instance, then it's right there. It's actually right there. Let's say Laravel. That's actually not there. Okay. Okay, so but that's it. That's what I want to tell you. Use Scoop. Try it out if you haven't done that already. Thank you very much for all of your comments as usual. And thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.